death, which is a summary of all kasabi, luwag, kadiwan, limatas, tanan. Kita death. So, this is the fourth Sunday of the joyous season of Pagpapala. Now, this Sunday is a church tradition. There are 8 Sundays of the season of Easter. Karoon ang ikaw. Now, this Sunday, by name it is the Mother's Day of but on Mother's Day, di na karinasimbahan. Nice, but outside of Mother's Day, nice. Happy Mother's Day. Balik na, so, Good Shepherd Sunday, ang hanggang neta. Fourth Sunday, we celebrate Master and Good Shepherd Sunday because of the significant, beautiful testimony. Ang balikon, Master Jesus Simon, ang akong magkalmero, maminaw sa akong tingog. Meaning, tingog sa shepherd. But maybe, and right now, I would say to everybody, as a sa isa, hindi na recognize kung ano symbolic. Hindi mo ito, in-Israel, ang mga shepherds, ang kaya magkakalong, ay nasin sa mga shepherd, nasin Israel, pagkakawa sa kanto. Kalong isa ko, hindi yung panong, hindi ko tuloy niya. Kung yung panong mahalaga, the sheep knows the voice of the shepherd. Ang ako magkaroon na minaw sa mundo, kung dahil ako kanina, tinuro na. Grabe pa ako tayo, ng shepherd o si Ram. Ito kailan ka na rin yung sa upon this text karon, for Israelites, the only shepherd is God. That's why in the Old Testament, he was saying, what's wrong? What I realized that is that's my sheep, the Lord is my shepherd. There is nothing I shall want. For the people who find only God is the most perfect, the all-powerful shepherd. But Jesus says now to the Jews, I am equal to the Father. I am the perfect copy of the Good Shepherd. So today, Good Shepherd Sunday. Guaranteed you have to pass it because he rose from the dead. Now, let me tell you, this is divine level. Oh yes, it was just a good shepherd. But do not forget, last Sunday, the Lord spoke to Peter. Many times those who went to Mass, the Lord asked Peter 3 times, do you love me? For us, we remember, last year, Peter denied Jesus 3 times. 3 times. Now, 3 times, Jesus said, do you love me? Then Peter said, Peter, mula si Peter, pag-uli, ipagkasan ko sa iyo, tayo ko ba? Do you love me still, Peter? And Peter, yes. And the Lord told him, feed my lambs. Leadership, feed the small ones, the weak ones. Second time, the Lord asked him, Peter, do you love me? And then Peter, yes, Lord. And then the Lord said, Peter, tend my sheep. Third time, Peter, do you love me? And he said, Peter, Lord, I love you. Then Peter, feed my sheep. Now, Bible scholar, very expert sa Bible, ikon siya, ang second question, Peter, do you love me? Then Peter said, yes, Lord. The Lord said, tend my sheep. Ikon niya, pati sa Libya, and then, mga puliswan dito na, pagkatima na ang kanil. Ang katima na, is a good with tendency, ang original na nagrilingan, poy-moy na, it should punish you. Very strong. Peter shipwrecked my ship, my plan. From divine shepherding, okay na, Diyos na. Now, last Sunday and today, we hear that the role of shepherding is supposed to be divine. Now, yata ang Monday, the word to Peter. Verse 4. I think that these days, namatayan, 266 folk, and we have a new one, the 267 Holy Father, successor of Peter, tao sama nato, o Leo Dalpotin. Shepherdings. And I was struck by his one of the first homilies last Sunday yesterday. He started chief shepherd, successor of Peter, but this whole day recorded only cardinals in India. Bakit pinamamahay na pag-shepherd? Napami po pag-shepherd sa katawan ng Diyos. And therefore, the whole concept of the chief shepherd, the leader of Christ, Son of Peter, that cascades down to cardinals, bishops, priests, and to all of us. Wow, you know, but this shepherding should echo in our own lives. In Mama as a good shepherd, in Papa as a good shepherd, a teacher in the school days, in the classroom, must be a good shepherd. On and on and on. Today and tomorrow, there's a certainly about all the shepherding. God's flock, God's people, God's children, supposedly tomorrow will manifest their votes. But I would say, not only votes, tomorrow supposedly they will bear their hearts. Tomorrow each voter, a child will bear his soul and mind. Tomorrow is what is like a sovereign king choosing who would govern us, who would serve us. Tomorrow each one will say, who will be the ones to serve, to help us have better lives. Tomorrow, God's love, God's protection, God's desire that we live good lives will be manifested, that desire, through sacred voting tomorrow. And here we are in Davao, a happy afternoon. Honestly, I can expect that you will be at many of you, and really that. These are PPCRB volunteers. What is PPCRB? Parish Pastoral Council for Responsible Voting, first base. But halipay po, mga volunteers, pati po magbilang more than 300 dili na sa downtown, sa kanila. But together with them, very attached taga Philippine Coast Guard ang taga-Comelec niya taga PNP, both from the region and the city, taga na taga-media, taga-DepEd, taga-Task Force Davao, taga-Bureau of Fire Protection, and civilian security units. All in a small sector that want to be shepherds. Not only it is mandated by law, yes, very true, but I appeal to you this evening, some people, mga volunteers and all groups I mentioned, that we are supposed to be shepherds guarding the sentiments, the heart and mind and desire of God's children. So it is not only a civic duty, it's wonderful, mandated by the government, it's wonderful. But I would add, and I will coming, it is mandated by God's love and desire to shepherd our people. Next time I don't say anything, but I say as your vision. Again and again, my dear friends, much is desired and resource. I'm a mixed resource. But we in the church will always be positive. We contribute. We organize this kind of activity, the work volunteers, but connecting with community, ENT, Coast Guard, and other volunteers. One more time to bring the life of Christ to this very important process, kumbaga the breathing moment of democracy. Not only the legalities of the coming elections, but we ask the Lord to make each one of us tomorrow as we have our voters that become the presence of the Lord amongst our people. And hopefully this is the beginning that in the coming years, elections will truly be for so many people that they can say that I really voted according to my conscience, or those who believe I voted according to the will of the Lord. That I voted for people who can serve us very well. I voted for people who will shepherd our people by being government servants. We will pray for you in a special way. Akong balikon and very grateful for people, the volunteers, those in the Philippine Coast Guard, those in community and the community staff, yes, we pray for you, and then for the NP, for us, early morning, in always, all of this money, way, seeing who will lead of that time, PNP, over the city and the region, and media, and also the head, the power of our missions, special key people, for Davao, and then civilian units, Bureau of Protection, and many others in the church of PTC volunteers. I glorify the home. Sometimes we the church could be discouraged, since that the light of Christ has still been shining. The light of the resurrection has still been shining. We should never stop, because our guarantee is this, that in one way or another, in God's own time, the light of Christ would shine so well in our society.